Hello and welcome to today's coronavirus pandemic update for Saturday, July 9th. 88.2% of the country, by using the old CDC transmission map, is still at high transmission. The highest number of areas with that is in the southeast U.S. and the west coast. The northeast is a general mix between moderate and high transmission, with the major cities in the northeast being in high transmission. The Central Plains states is a general mix of low to high transmission. Taking a look at today's numbers, not many states reported today. So only 61,000 cases were added, but that's still a fairly significant amount for Saturday, considering prior to the spring wave, it was only about 20,000 cases on Saturday, sometimes 30,000. So 61,633 new cases. New deaths, 76 were added today. Only 219,966 tests added today. Hospitalizations increased by 58, bringing that total to 37,807. ICUs are up to 4,293. That's an increase by 15. Their overall map for week-over-week trends, there's a clear trend upward in the Plain states. Texas is up 33%. More on that in a little bit, because Texas is getting really concerning now. Some of the southeast states are starting to rise. Looks like Florida has leveled off a bit. New York State, it's saying up 89%. I think that's a little bit overdone, but New York State is seeing at least a 50% rise at this point. Connecticut, that is overdone. Remember, Connecticut had a change in their reporting system, and that has altered the percentage that you're seeing on the map here. So here we go. Texas, 14,775 new cases added today. New York State added 7,757 new cases. New Jersey, 3,700. Tennessee, 3,400. Missouri, I believe this is a weekly number, 12,700 cases added. Arkansas, 1,400. Iowa, 1,800 cases added. Puerto Rico is coming up as 15,788 cases added, and I will show you why that is so high. Puerto Rico did not report for 2 days, and then they reported low numbers ever since the July 4th holiday. So therefore, that is some lag data, but nonetheless, that is still a significant increase. Their hospitalizations overall are flat in the 300s, and that's where they have been generally since about the middle of May. So that is concerning. I mean, they're not dropping at all. They're just remaining at elevated numbers. One more state did report today, and that is Maine, with 202 new cases. Taking a look at hospital admissions, they started rising in the United States back on the 3rd of April, but look what's happened here. They're rising, continuing to rise. The spring wave ended, and they continued to rise. Then at the end of June, that rise became a little bit faster. Now look what happened after the July 4th holiday. They are rapidly rising now, and they are now over 5,200. The last time that they were over that, you have to go back to the end of the winter wave back in February. Taking a look at Walgreens data. On the national level, we are now 38.7% positive on a national level. That is really bad. But I want to draw your attention to one thing. Testing is still significantly lower. Will testing ever increase a bit? I want to hope it will, but right now, we have only had 33,834 tests performed at Walgreens this week versus 76,353 the prior week. So not enough people are going to Walgreens right now to get tested, but add in BA.5 and it's a combination of things. Let's take a look at some of the states. New York State, 24.1% positive. Pennsylvania, 28.5% positive. Arkansas, 48.1% positive. That's really bad. That's a 16% increase week over week. Look at the chart. It's going straight up. Come down here to Arizona. Arizona, 46.5% positive. California is even 47.3% positive. Yes, California. They have over 30 million people that live in California. And then finally we come down here to Texas. 43.5% positive at Texas. I want to draw your attention to something. This is the Walgreens number. Let's go over here to Texas State Dashboard. There are now 3,000 people in the hospital. We expected that would happen in Texas. But look at this. Now we're on the state dashboard, not looking at Walgreens anymore. They're now over 30.648% positive. It is rapidly going up now. It was going up at a steady pace before. Now it's starting to get a little faster because the BA.5 variant is becoming more and more dominant in Texas. How high will this peak? I don't know. But right now, I do know it's rapidly going up, and more people need to get tested in Texas. And if we come back here, as you saw, even with that high of a positivity, they still reported 14,775 cases. So I can assume, with all those at-home tests being missed and not enough people getting tested, they are easily over 20,000 cases a day now in Texas. Taking a little deeper into New York State, 7,757 cases reported today. Positivity in New York State is at 9.1%. We did not get a hospitalizations update from New York State, so I'm not going to show the hospitalization data for today. Quickly taking a look at the worldwide data. India today reported 20,000 cases. Brazil reported 40,000 cases. Italy on a Saturday reported 98,000 new cases. And they also reported another 93 deaths today, and that number is starting to increase. South Korea, 20,000 cases today. Japan, 49,000 new cases. Australia, over 37,000 cases. Mexico, 32,000 cases. Taking a look at some other places. Taiwan, another 28,000 cases. Greece, 18,000 cases. And finally, coming down here to Singapore, 8,000 cases, and New Zealand, 9,000 cases added. Weekly trends. Week over week, the world is now up 8%. Weekly deaths, that's also flat right now. I think that's going to start to trend up pretty soon because some places that are peaking on the case portion of this wave will start to see death increases. France today, 30% increase week over week, and look at this, their deaths are already rising. The previous week they had 268 deaths, the current week 432 deaths. Italy, that's another place where things are rising pretty quickly. 34% increase in cases, 34% increase in deaths. Previous week 400 deaths, this week 544 deaths. That's a lot of deaths for a small country like Italy. Australia, cases are up 22%. Deaths are not rising yet. They're still down 11%. I think in time they will start to rise. Spain, check this out. 155,000 cases week over week, but the previous week was only 136,000 cases. That represents a 14% increase. Now check out the deaths. 98% increase in deaths in Spain. That's pretty significant. 619 deaths this week, only 312 deaths the previous week. Here's another one. Greece, 172 deaths this week, only 96 the prior week, 79% increase in deaths. Check out Israel. Israel has a 165% increase in deaths. 98 this week, only 37 the previous week. See the general theme here? There's quite a few countries that are starting to see a significant increase in deaths, and that's why I think the worldwide death level, it's going to start rising pretty soon. I think within a couple weeks it'll be up at least 10%. All right, that's all I have for today. My daily reminder for you is continue to wear your N95 mask wherever you go, and if not, higher quality than that. Some people wear a respirator. Hey, that's great too. But continue, remember, wear a mask. And avoid large gatherings. Remember, we are all in this together. And until next time, remember to hit the like and subscribe button down below. Remember to share these videos. Get the message out there. The pandemic is not over. I will see you next time. Have a great night.